Okay. Mwebare kandi kichweke cyecyahwa buzima rohangana kasinje twaza kura speeches twinenche muhumure konka abantu mwena ntwenda kubakira in your different capacities. You are most welcome kandi ntwija mpora so munchiriza shaheji ntegura abana just within no minute mutambure mpora tinkumanya umwanya murungi tubasa kukozesa the other side mutwachire mugume. Okay, numbasa gumaha okay katwachira bana
omutambirizi mukuru owa tebembero mu eshara nkuru erizoba Reverend Father Deusdedit Tekikonda Njojo na n'abasaserdoti bona abakushagatira abashomesa abanyadini mwena baryaha aba brother n'aba sister political leaders abembezi ba government abanyabuzare bitu abataka abantu mwena, the mourners, all of you in your respective capacities. Protocol ninjira twagendera ari ejo nikiba kitari kibi unless otherwise. The past 2 weeks have not been easy for us nka family. Konkani nyenda kwebaza kugira ngo mukama atubasize kukirabamu. It has not been easy. Ntwebaza Ruhanga abo kugira ngo ahire dadi witu amagara agamushemeriri. Ntwena nite kwebaza abantu mwena. Kongani yenangu tubanze tubashobororeho why we are here. Of course I know why we are here, but what led to what happened. Orwakashatu ebirobina okwa kabiri shanki 10 brother witu omuto last born but the tallest akanteresu mundi kitovu aishomero. I was in a meeting and he told me daddy ya collapsing and he has been rushed to Ankole hospital because he's in critical condition. Now at that time I had to rush. In 2 hours I was here and found Dad and the rest of us in the hospital Mayanja. They were referred by the doctor of the Ankole hospital to do a CT scan. Now kuna chireyo dada akabari stable na shangari stable akabari mu ambulance kubatire CT scan tukatu no kugaruka doctor na rusenga ngo tuza referral. Dadi yanga kuzomu ambulance yajyanyo yinza kuzo mu motoka tugende aba kumumanyaje no manya office yeye ne motoka. That is his office. So akagira ati ngabanye ne motoka yageta reka mvuge tugende. I insisted that he goes to the ambulance, but he went while seated, not laid down. So kutwashyireyo Dr. Bernard, he's around. I'll introduce him later. He immediately mobilizing emergency section, but doctors babashyireho instantly. So kutwashyireho bamukoraho first aid, ba reviewing a CT scan, bagira ngo hari ibintu bitacengaje. So what you have to do an MRI. So kutwagire kora MRI, there are something that they realized that was not right. So by referring ngo he needed to be operated. That was after 2 days in the hospital. So we scheduled an operation led by Professor Kitia, and it was on Wednesday 11th Feb. So the operation seemed to have been successful. Abaka kuyarijireyo yamaraho 5 hours and he started responding. Yangira ngo naenda ku cyo kurya, nirukana tamurondere cyo kurya, tamuhereza, he could eat. Aho kwa nyoni mangu nkamurisa, and that was the last time ndukurisa daddy. Nkamurisa yabyama. Kuyabyamire, that the next day at 4 a.m. nimuka nakwataho nashanga he was breathing but he was not responding to anything. Akata kubasa to move any of part of his body, konka he was breathing. Haza daddy yaba byami na byama itentumanya na byama. So in my mind I thought he was sleeping, and that was it. So he was sleeping. Konka, I was not contented. Nagambira doctor namnyanti, I think there is something wrong, try to. So biruka barunda surgeons jirango, I think we need to do another CT scan. They were very, very quick to respond. Twaza kora CT scan ya kabiri, ko bagirebere bagira this is still not convincing. But what we are going to do is we are going to do an MRI and we see what is happening. So kuba gikozere bashanga operation iba kozere, the brain surgery that they had done, bashanga ya bleeding in the brain. So bagira, what we need to do is to rush him for an emergency surgery. The team, the surgeons that were there were specialists. The whole team of surgery in Mbarara University was there. I remember all of them, the whole team, there were 8 specialists, not mere doctors, specialists. So bagira ngo reka tukoreshi emergency surgery. So kuba koze emergency surgery, that was Saturday. That was Friday. So he was taken direct to ICU. So kuba mtiroma ICU, we were monitoring him in ICU. But he was spent there 2 days and 2 nights. On Saturday around 10 a.m., I had gone to town to buy food because they had said tumuhereze food supplements to give him support, so that he can recover quickly. So kunjire kunagire kwija nashanga doctor yabera muruho yangira ati kungano manya Vian, your father has got cardiac arrests 4 times in 1 hour. I was not convinced because I was very, very confident that our father was going to be okay. Now nomanya, you go and call professor and we see what is happening. So they called the whole team and they told us to move out. So twashora, and after a few hours, bajango, there is nothing they can do. We just have to wait. And they called us after a few minutes, and the man was no more. I think our father's case was complicated, but that's not something we needed to worry about, because our father worked in the hospital for many years, and he was cherished by everybody. Buli omu kana amumanya. Tina yabira atakumanya Silver. Tina yabira atakumanya Silver. So, even though Silver was a primary 7 dropout, because we tarakoze senior 4 akarujira senior P7. Many local people around identified him as a doctor. Why? Because our father had very good English. Our father was always smart. Our father was very confident and humble. Webigambo biche, very meaningful words and very inspiring words. Our father loved education so much that even after primary 7, he produced graduates. So, honestly, this still qualified to him to be a doctor. Our last born is the only one who is still in school. Aband twena to at least first degree. And that is from a mere driver. So I want to thank God for giving Daddy our last this life that he has lived perfectly well. Perfectly well. Our father joined Bara University as a staff, and he became a true professor. A professor of humility and hard work. Abantu abo yabe navuga akaba navuga ba professor, kana navuga ba doctors, akana navuga ba jungu, they would testify that this man is different. Hari ebintu binje bitumwegeraho. Everybody knew that Dad was a loving man. A man of few words. A man who was very respectful and had a lot of respect. He was a very responsible man and a good father, and most importantly, a good husband. Brothers and sisters, as we mourn today, you know, life teaches us that tomorrow is not promised. And plans is to want to kora, nenchiko is to want to kora, nane sentence to want to kora, can pause in just a phone call. And what do we learn? Love people while they are still alive. Let us not wait to say good words when someone has already gone. If you love somebody, tell them. If you appreciate someone, show it when they are still alive. Let's forget quickly. Ahabokuba, most people that we fight are not actually our enemies. They are our relatives. They are our neighbors. They are our friends. They are not our enemies. Let us not keep grudges, because death does not ask whether you have forgiven or not. It comes. It comes. Leka tu teke mabantu ebitinisa bashemerire. Let us respect people, because respect doesn't count. It costs nothing, but it gives you everything. Our father taught us that even if you are not educated, your character can educate the whole village. That is what we learn from our father. Even if you never went to school, your character itself, abantu binje cyaro cyo nanchikurebera chikwegesa. Let us live in harmony. Let us learn to live with people peacefully, because peace is not the absence of problems. Iyoko kubotine bizibu takagira ngo oine obusingi. No. Peace is the presence of respect. Let us be humble. Humility opens doors. Humility opens doors. that money cannot open. We had everything, I can assure you. Our father died in our hands when we had everything that it would take to get his life back. So our father was a simple man, but he was loved by doctors, professors, nurses, students, villagers, everybody. A life experience, because we need to know that let's not gossip. Let's not be jealous.